Y'all, let me tell you a tale about a man named Ron who's blazing the trail. They say Scott Hammer's the boss on the show, but Ron's the one driving, just so y'all know. Ron Miller, he's the one in charge. Tearing Hammer down like a big old barge. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run. Now Ron talks engines and he talks tires. Scott might be the match, but Ron's a fire. With his country charm and a wink in his eye, he's taking over and we all know why. Ron Miller, he's the one in charge. Tearing Hammer down like a big old barge. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run. When Ron hits the mic, the crowd's on their feet. Scott's in the pit, they're just trying to compete. It's all good nature, just a country jest. But when it comes to upholstery, then the Ron's the best. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run.
This is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report, part of the Evergreen Podcast Network. Show number 359 for Thursday, December 19th. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products Studio. And twas the last show before Christmas.
Yeah. Last show before New Year's, too.
Yes, it is. Tonight on the show, we will be speaking with Sandusky Speedway Race Director Rich Lushes about the upcoming Hangover Race coming up on New Year's Day. Looking forward to that.
I'm sure you are. I know I am.
I know there's going to be a couple people here in the studio that'll be racing there. What happened to this? How come?
Probably everyone in the studio.
Yeah, probably. I don't see anybody else, so yeah, that's probably going to be it.
Yeah.
Also on the show, we will be talking to Sandusky Speedway champions Bryant McCoy, Rich Dewitt Jr., and Nick Mihalick. They're champion of Renegades, Pure Stock, and All-American Iron in that order, respectively.
Okay.
Hey, look, we're live on Facebook. My phone's telling me that.
That's exciting.
So, and then I guess we're going to be talking some gambling a little bit later on.
Yeah, and I don't know all the details, Scott, but I understand that High Limit Series is going to be allowing wagering, and I would imagine that it's in the states that have already approved online wagers. I think Michigan is, Ohio isn't. I don't know about Indiana, but...
So kind of like all the other sports I've been going to.
Yeah, and I've got some real mixed feelings on it, you know. Everything else is a team sport.
I don't understand the gambling thing, so maybe I'll learn something from you.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm not a wagering
I watch
person.
the Red Wings, and they always have like a part where they talk about the plus 160 and minus whatever. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Over, under,
I mean, I have an idea, but anyway. No hashtag DCR tonight, so there's no reason for you to put hashtag DCR in the comments. But,
however,
we're switching it up a little bit tonight because if you put in hashtag DOM in the comments of the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live, we got a couple of Dominator Race Products stickers courtesy of Ron Miller here.
Window stickers.
window stickers,
Race
race car
car
stickers,
stickers, yeah.
whatever you want to stick them. That's what kind of stickers they become.
Ooh,
So we'll give those away at the end of the show.
intriguing options come to mind.
All you have to do is put in hashtag DOM. Producer Dave will keep track of everybody that enters that, and we'll do a drawing at the end of the show. As for hashtag DCR, you don't need to do that tonight because DCR Graphics is moving to our How Many sponsor starting tonight. Tonight is the last Maz's Pizza sponsorship, at least until race season. So we will be looking for, if there's any pizza places out there want to sponsor, give away pizza once a week, we'll definitely honor that we can go back to the hashtag DCR. But until then, we're going to fill that in with the Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers, courtesy of DCR Graphics, will be the prize for our How Many going forward. Does that make sense? Are we good?
Sort of.
Okay. I got to mention Dominator Race Products. Speaking of their stickers right here, they have what you need to be in the winner's circle. Dominator, with 30 years of experience, puts you out front. Check out the Dirt Late Model plastic sail panels and pillar posts. Don't forget about their ultimate body panel and body brace kits. You can order direct from DominatorRaceProducts.com or call them at 419-923-6970. I believe they only answer the phone during the day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you call them now...
it probably goes to voicemail.
Yeah,
though.
you might be able to leave a message. Dominator Race Products are also available from your local reputable race shops, such as Ron Miller Race Cars. So if you call Ron after the show, he can probably order that for you.
His phone's with him all the time.
Yeah, don't call him now, though. All right, hashtag Dom. It's catching on. Good job. You guys are doing good. Very proud of you guys. Mention the Hammer Down Race Report when you contact Magic Moment Entertainment, and you will get $100 off. That's like $100 right back in your pocket.
And a really quality DJ.
Yes, you'll get that. Off your DJ reception DJ service, Magic Moments Ron Burt works with contracts. He carries liability insurance, never charges for mileage or dance floor lighting. He covers the entire states of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky. He's been in business for over 30 years, just like Dominator Race Products there. Long time in business. Magic Moment takes pride in working closely with couples to make your special day perfect, or singles. If you're single and you want to DJ, he'd probably work with you too. He does wedding receptions as his specialty, but you can also get a corporate event done or a mitzvah or something like that. Give Ron a call. Different Ron Burt, at 419-594-2261, or you can find him on Facebook, Magic Moment Entertainment, under Magic Moment Entertainment, or Ohio Sports Blitz. Both of those, if you search that on Facebook, you'll find him. And he's currently booking for June 2025 and beyond. That's coming up soon, too.
It is.
And, of course, Ron Miller Race Cars up there in Lambertville, Michigan.
Yeah. Beautiful Ottawa Lake, technically, but if you Google it, we're Ottawa Lake. If you go to the post office, we're Lambertville.
But you're Whiteford Township, too.
Yes.
So confusing. Ron lives in 3 places, but you can call him in one number, 734-856-7223, or actually 2 numbers, I suppose. You can call his cell phone, too.
Yeah.
Because they both ring to the same place.
Yes, they do.
So just remember that number.
856-RACE.
There you go. Race Cars, Parts, Safety Equipment Service, American Racer, and Howell City Retread Tires. Yeah. Also available, right? Anything else?
Well, yeah. Obviously. It's awful close to Christmas, and I know there's a bunch of folks that have ignored the racers in their
last-minute Christmas gift idea, right?
Yeah. One-size-fits-all gift certificates. And gift certificates are available at Dippman Motorsports, Wallace Racing Products, Ruhlman Race Cars, One Stop Speed Shop, and, of course, your favorite speed shop, Ron Miller Race Cars. And if one of those places happens to be out of gift certificates, just tell them that you would like a prepaid invoice, and you can hand that to
You'll get the
racer in your life. Absolutely.
There you go. So we're helping out race fans out there with some last-minute Christmas
What the
shopping.
heck am I going to get?
And you'll be answering your phone for those up until when?
New Year's Day, whatever. I'm sorry, I forgot.
You wake up Christmas morning, you need something, give Ron a call.
That's it. We got gift certificates.
Also, I have to mention Dippin Motorsports, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Car. We already did that. Freeze frame photos, Victory Fuel, sponsors of the program. Before we get to Rich Lushes, who's standing by, we're a couple racing events, actually 3 of them, this past weekend, do a little bit of a racing roundup.
That could be exciting news.
What?
You just took the scroll off.
I'm sorry. I had to push a button.
Yeah. Dean Henry says he thinks he may have a pizza sponsor for us.
Really? Well, I'm going to have to come back to that.
I like pizza.
All right, hold on.
Racing Roundup.
All right, hopefully I fixed this. No echo, right?
No
right.
echo. It works fine.
See, we fixed that.
You are good, man.
Last few weeks, every time we played one of those little intro videos afterwards, there'd be this blah, 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 echo thing. Anyways, Kalgoorlie Speedway. A couple of tracks in Australia to start things off here. Saturday, it was the Kalgoorlie versus Esperance Challenge. Ben Straughtons winning in the late models. Jackie Maroney in the production sedans. Lytton Dickerson, your winner in the street stocks. And Sean
did it.
Sean won the AMCAs. We'll just, Sean M.
Good job, Sean.
Yes. Premier Speedway, Saturday night. Daniel Pestka was your sprint car winner. Brett Clark, winner in the V8 Dirt Modifieds. Rusty Ponting won the junior Formula 500s. A little closer to home here, the XR Plus 604 Nationals were in action this past weekend.
Okay.
Great late models. And Randy Weaver took the finale on Saturday. And I think Tyler Erb I saw was racing, and there was a couple of bigger names. Collected $100,000. That's a pretty good payout there for that.
That buys a couple of crate motors.
Yeah. Is that Alltech? I think that's where that was. I didn't write that down. And that is your racing roundup.
That was
nice,
it.
Short and sweet, yeah. Before we get to Rich here, a couple announcements here. Got to mention Victory Fuel. The flavored electrolyte water is free of artificial coloring, no caffeine, no carbonation, with a full load of electrolytes and 120% of your daily vitamins. It is the choice of many teams on race day to stay properly hydrated. Contact local sales representative Tanya Conley for track concessions and for wholesale inquiries, or you can order online at drinkvictory.com. Use discount code Conley Racing, and you'll help fund their racing program, and I believe you get a discount with that as well. So, yeah, Tanya Conley's email address will be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. I believe it's Tanya at drinkvictory.com. Point it out to me when it gets there. Also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. They're working on the 2025 schedule. I can tell you the UMP Dirt Car Summer Nationals and American Late Model Series will be back in 2025. Yeah, Tanya at drinkvictory.com is the email to get a hold of Tanya there if you're interested in selling. If you want a lot of Victory fuel. Stuff's good. I missed that. We need a supply. I think she's down in Florida or something, so we're kind of out for this year. Maybe we'll get some for next year. As I was saying, the Summer Nationals American Late Model Ironman Series back in 2025, and that'll be on Saturday, July 12th. You can take a peek every now and then at oakshaderaceway.com or follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok for the latest updates on that schedule. A lot of tracks are getting their schedules out earlier this year. Well, earlier now for next year.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see something a little earlier from Oakshade. I don't know. I don't know.
Me too.
We can always hope. Let's bring in our first guest tonight, Rich Lushes, the race director at Sandusky Speedway. Rich, how's it going?
Great. Thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I know you kind of gotten this role due to some unfortunate circumstances, but give us a little background of where you come from as far as racing goes.
So I was at the racetrack when I was 2 weeks old. My dad owned Barberton Speedway most of my life, so I've been around it my whole life. I always, enjoyed racing. I tried to drive a little bit myself. Then I realized I was a better crew chief than a driver, so I did a bunch of late model stuff and with a bunch of young kids that actually made it to the NASCAR Cup level. I've worked with like Eric Jones and Michael Annette and Cole Custer and people like that. So, and then a couple years ago, I actually became a crew chief at Ford Sport Racing for NASCAR Truck Series. And I've been doing that for the last 8 years now. And I really enjoy my day job. But then, like you said, when the circumstance happened with Chris Mize, I kind of got put in a role that I'm in now. So been around racing my whole life. I understand it, understand what the drivers want, what the fans would like to see. So trying to make some improvements and move forward there at Sandusky. And like you said earlier, we start that with the Hangover Race.
Yeah, let's talk about the Hangover Race here. I do want to kind of touch on what you've put together for 2025 after the Hangover Race, but let's start with that. When I asked you to come on the show, you said you haven't been to the Hangover Race before?
Oh, that's disgusting.
No, I've never been. I've been to Sandusky from the time I was probably about 5-7 years old, something like that. But I don't like cold weather, so I've never been to the Hangover Race. I just looked at the weather before I got on, and luckily it's going to be above freezing. It looks like on January 1st. So, but yeah, I've never been to it.
I looked at it too, and I'm thinking lower 40s and maybe between a couple of rainstorms.
Yeah, so the rain will be great though. At least it'll make it a little exciting. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the event is to offer, and enjoy having all the cars there and see what we got.
Are you familiar with Ron's history in the event?
I'm not actually.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry, but I'm actually not.
He's won just a couple of those champagne stock events.
Yeah.
Are you like the all-time most winningest driver? You were tied or something?
Yeah. There was Wild Bill Hart, but he was back in the day when they were just like pretty much pure stocks. So as far as real race cars, yeah, I think I've got that. Believe we're at 15 of them, and
just 15.
Yeah, couple of seconds, couple of thirds.
Aren't
so
you in your early 40s though? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, he brings his outlaw dirt late model out there. I mean, there'll be a few, I'm sure, late models with the big sideboards. A lot of dirt racers like to come and take on the asphalt guys at this event.
There'll probably be more dirt cars than pavement cars.
And that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing. I love going to dirt racing myself. Like I go all the time to Attica and Fremont when I'm at home and on off weekends, and love going there and watching dirt cars. So really looking forward to having you guys there.
You've seen some of the Run What You Brung dirt late models with the big sideboards.
I have. I was actually at Sandusky one time for a Run What You Brung asphalt race, and my dad was helping Roger Black, and they came with big sideboards on, and they actually had to go out, and he ran and would come in, and they'd cut this, like a couple inches off sideboards, go back out, come back in, because the sideboards had so much drag in them, the motor wouldn't take it around the racetrack.
Wow.
So I'm really liking that stuff.
So are you familiar with the snowball rules?
Snowball derby or the snowball fights? Yeah, I am familiar with the snowball rules.
Okay. Well, apparently you should watch out for snowballs.
That's all right. They can hit me all they want.
So I asked you this also before earlier about any rule changes for this year, and you said since it's your first time, it's going to be the same rules as it has been in the past.
That's correct. Yeah, we're not changing any rules. The champagne stocks, the moonshine stocks will be identical to before. Obviously, the front-wheel drive whiskey stocks will be our front-wheel drives. So basically, they're pretty open rules also. And then the rum runners stocks also, which is like our new factory stock rules.
Okay, yeah, that's something that'll be different the first time having the rum runners there.
So there'll be 4 classes this year instead of the 3.
Yeah, 4 classes. Our factory stocks is not a new class, actually. It's a new name class and just updated some rules this year. And so we're looking forward to maybe having a couple of cars there for that deal and just trying them out too also.
And that's the rum runners then are going to run those rules, the regular track rules then?
Correct. They're going to run the 2025 Sandusky Lorraine factory stock rules.
Got it. And then in years past, and I assume it's going to be the same, where like a moonshine stock, if he wants to run with the champagne stocks as well, can pay the pit pass, another pit pass, and run in both classes.
That's correct. That's all correct.
And I assume maybe a run runner, if they want to run with the moonshine stocks, they could probably do the same.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're not going to turn anybody away that wants to race.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. That'll help fill out the fields too.
Scott, having Rick on, we're already getting sponsorship offers.
John Young Racing will give away 2 general admission tickets and 2 hot chocolates for the Hangover Race.
That's awesome. Really appreciate that.
All right, we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that, John. Come up with a hashtag. We'll make producer Dave earns his money tonight. Well, he can't do two. We'll figure it out. Anyway, with the snowballs in the past, it's the crowd can throw snowballs at the cars. You know that, but only during the cautions, correct?
That's correct, but who cares if it's green flags, right?
Well, the racers kind of do, but
green flag.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if the track is kind of dry, some of the cars get going really good. So, an open windshield car is not a good idea.
No, I agree.
Snowballs.
No,
You'll probably be asked to leave if you do it.
Oh, I would think so.
In the past too, if you hit the flag man with a snowball, they get a free hot dog. Is that going to be in play this year too?
Without a doubt, we definitely want that.
Who's going to be on the flag stand?
We're still working on that, actually.
You might have a harder time getting somebody now.
Is it going to be Rick Lushes?
No. I actually flagged this year for the first time ever. I've never flagged as much as I've done my whole life in racing. I've never flagged, and I actually had to do it once this year.
Didn't you do that once, Scott?
I did that once, yeah.
Well, there you go. You can do it for that.
And there was a reason it was only once.
I raced that night, I announced that night, and I flagged that night.
Oh, boy.
It was very busy. So what, give us a breakdown of times, tickets, ticket prices, and kind of a event schedule and procedures for January 1st.
The pit gates will open at 9 a.m. The regular gates will open at 11 with hot laps starting at 11. And then racing is going to start right at 1 o'clock. We'll get you 2 practice sessions before we start into the racing action.
Okay, and lining up on a draw then?
Yeah,
I think that's
it'll be a random draw.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. So what, besides the hangover race, and I'm assuming you're going to dress very warm for that, right?
I'm going to have to, like I told you before, like I hate being cold. Like I've lived in Ohio most of my life, not all my life, but most of my life, and I don't know why I live here, but I hate being cold.
Okay. So besides the hangover race, what I mean, you've already got the 2025 schedule out for Sandusky Speedway this year. What event are you most looking forward to this year?
I think our biggest event we're going to have obviously is the high miler race, and now this year with having it on streaming it on Racing America really is going to bring some more eyes to the event. So that's going to be the premier event. But we have, I feel like, one of the best schedules we've had in years there at Sandusky. So really looking forward to the whole season. But there's a handful of events that we're really got our eyes on.
Yeah, I looked over the schedule, and it's a great season.
Yeah, I believe the addition with us working with Lorain and getting our rules the same as Lorain County, I think it's going to help both racetracks. And
as far as car counts,
and I just like to see more racetracks do that. We're not going to compete for cars with a couple of divisions. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to run them 1 week. They're going to run them 1 week. So we're also going to have a points schedule, or a points fund between both racetracks too. We're going to do a combined deal, alliance points, where there'll be 4 races for points at Lorain and 4 races for points at Sandusky. So
that's pretty cool.
Really looking forward to those.
Very cool. Now, and you have some deals to have some of the races streamed live.
Yeah, we're working, like I said, we're working with Racing America. We're going to have that the whole week of high milers streamed. And we're working on a couple other things that we might be able to have 6 or 7 more events streamed also throughout the season.
Like the hangover race?
Maybe the hangover race.
Didn't that used to be on like ABC Worldwide of Sports?
Wide World of Sports,
in the 80s or something?
ABC.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Need to get some network coverage out there again.
There we go. There's nothing else going on that day, correct?
Well, there might be some football games or something, but
who cares about football, right?
Nothing important, yeah. One other question, actually, our guest last week, Corey McCoy, he's race director at, that's right, he's race director.
Fremont.
Is it race director? Competition director.
Competition director.
I'm getting all the titles. Anyways, he's at Fremont, and he also has a Showdown Series thing. We had worked on having the Hammer Down Clash, which was basically a Showdown Series at Sandusky last year. He wanted me to bring up to you if there's a chance we could have the Showdown Series at Sandusky this year.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that through Facebook Messenger a little bit, and I'd like to sit down more with you guys and figure out a program to do that for next year.
Oh, we can definitely throw some input your way.
Yeah, and the more different, I like different events, different things to bring different people, and We're going to have one, like you said earlier, about the things I'm looking forward to. We have go-karts on Sundays at Sandusky on the infield, and we're going to have one event this year where we're going to have a couple classes on the big track and a couple classes on the small track and the go-karts in the same night.
Wow.
So the people that come to the go-karts on Sunday normally will be able to come see the stock cars and vice versa, and I think that's going to draw more eyes to us.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very ambitious schedule, and that whole renaming of the classes and working with Lorraine, I think is probably going to be good for both tracks.
Yeah, I believe so. I've worked really hard with Randy Maggio and the Maggio family, and just trying to put everything together to make this work for both racetracks.
Awesome, and that Showdown Series, we want to see the dirt trucks from Fremont, the super stocks from Oakshade, the dirt cars. We want to see a lot of the asphalt stock cars too.
I would love to do that. The only stipulation I'm going to have is, in order to do that, I want to be able to race a dirt track at Fremont one night.
Well,
I know a guy who
yeah, maybe
he loans out his truck to track personnel.
Yeah, Rich Farmer drove my truck one night, so yeah.
He didn't do so good though.
He's rusty. He's okay.
Okay. Well, he said he's a better crew chief than a driver, so
that's okay. We were talking about the Thor Sport. How did the Tuesday night Tuesday open house go?
It actually went wonderful. We love having that event. Get so many people from the community in there, and once again, the place was packed from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and we ended up having to basically kick people out at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, just so we go home, so we come back to work the next day. But it was a great event, celebrating Ty Majeski's championship in the '98 guys.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing you on New Year's Day. I know I'll be out there, Ron will be out there, and I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of other people. And we hope for not rain, because we find that
it gets cold.
The rain makes it colder than snow and 15 degrees.
No, I agree. Let's just hope for a good day and a safe racetrack. And
Rich, I've been to a lot of the hangover races, no secret there. And the worst one was probably 4 years ago, and it was 32 degrees and rain, and it was miserable. So put in a good word for at least dry.
All right, we're definitely go for dry.
Okay.
Awesome. Rich, it's been a pleasure. We got to move on and talk to some of your champions from this year.
Great. I really appreciate you having me on and having those guys on.
Oh, we'll have you on again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rich.
We'll see you.
Right.
There you go. Rich Lushes, a race director at Sandusky Speedway, is going to be out there for his very first hangover race on New Year's Day. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got to mention Dittman Motorsports for Hoosier Tires, parts, service, whatever you need. He's located in Oregon, Ohio. He's got about any kind of race car service you need.
Yeah.
He's got the gift certificates too. Was he on your gift certificate list?
Oh, absolutely. He was there.
Call him today, 419-283-8580. I also got to mention freeze frame photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lane, custom print magnets, can koozies. They do Christmas tree ornaments too.
Really?
Yeah, it might be a little tight getting that for Christmas, but yeah, you can do that. Give Charlie a call at 419-407-6994. You can also get those 2025 race calendars. They make great gifts for sponsors or crew members you want to thank for helping you out during the season. And yeah, I guess that's it. Freeze frame photos, special moments frozen in time. I got a message from Dave. We're going to use the hashtag DOM.
Okay.
So we'll just have 2 winners from that. So the second winner will win the John Young tickets there. For
okay, so if you've put in a hashtag 15Y, just go back and put in a hashtag. You can change
DOM, unless you already did.
Yeah.
So there you go, John. Again, John Young Racing giving away 2 general admission tickets and 2 hot chocolates for the hangover race.
Cool.
So appreciate that. That'll be at Sandusky Speedway. Ron's awesome. Chris' sweater is awesome. Perry Cox. He likes that. That's what I said. I was thinking, there you go. Oh, boy. Let's give Bryant McCoy, our Sandusky Speedway Renegade champion.
Lux Bailey said the wind is the real enemy out there. It can get breezy, but The wind is really exciting with the sideboard car.
I bet.
Oh, buddy.
It's like a kite. You need to tie a string to that.
Hello.
Hi, is this Bryant?
It sure is.
Hey, Bryant, it's Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, Hammer Down Racing Report. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. How you fellas doing?
We're doing all right.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, congratulations on championship season there. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Sorry, I lost you.
We're here.
I said congratulations on the championship at Sandusky.
Oh, thank you.
7 feature wins. Could your season have gone any better at Sandusky this year?
I mean, it probably could have, but I'll tell you what. I couldn't. I couldn't ask for it to go any better. I mean, we had a couple little mishaps, but I'll tell you what. I couldn't ask for a better team this year.
So you it looks like our other guest is calling in, having problems with the link there. What was I saying here? I was going to ask if you were a fan of point racing.
To be honest with you, I mean, I get why a lot of people do it, but at the same time, I think I'm more of a, trying to be the fastest, I guess you could say, or even just trophies. It's just kind of neat to have something to show for it.
Well, I mean, you had a pretty good point margin there. I'm guessing that's got to be some kind of anxiety relief toward the end of the season.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, because, Laney and I were getting a little close there, and I was getting a little nervous kind of counting numbers, and I'm not going to lie, it's really hard to, keep track of points. It really was.
So you raced at a couple other places this season. Where else did you race?
We tried our luck at Owasso. That track was pretty fun. It was definitely a little bit of a learning curve. We went down to the Freedom Factory in February, and that was just a blast. That was so much fun. We played around at Lorraine a little bit. We've been a little bit everywhere.
So what's your favorite track that you've raced at?
I'm going to have to say all time Sandusky's probably my favorite, but second would definitely be Owasso, because that track was just, I don't know, it was a very challenging track to find the perfect setup.
We haven't heard anything. We've had a lot of guests on that have raced up at Owasso, and they have nothing bad to say about that facility. Rex Wheeler's done a great job up there. You said you raced at Lorraine this year. What are your thoughts on the Lorraine and Sandusky Alliance? Yeah, and the class being renamed the Ohio Pro Compacts.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different name. I like it. I like to see that everybody's kind of opening up some rules, and hopefully more people like us want to build these. I guess you call late model compacts is what people like to call them. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great combo. I like Lorraine. I like what Randy Maggio's doing, and I really like what Rich has got going on for Sandusky, and I just think it's going to be a good combo altogether. So you'll be following both tracks this year? Yeah, I'll be in and out. Not going to run a full season. I got my little cousin that I'm going to be kind of crew chiefing with. It's his first season, so I'm going to be at Midvale most of my season with him, just trying to get him acquainted with a new car.
Now you said late model compact. What do you have? What's different in these compacts as opposed to a Civic you'd see on the street or something, or a Neon or whatever?
So pretty much just, I don't know, the way I look at it, we got a lot more room when it comes to engines. I mean, we can, build our engines as big as we want, pretty much. And then suspensions, they allow us to have the racing springs, which, is a big help on making these cars, turn left. And then, just a lot of the rule improvements with the whole left side weight percentages. And, I like where they're heading with the new era of cars.
I've seen some pictures recently of some compacts with late model style bodies. What would you think about that?
I love them because I love the straight body panels. I've always loved boxy cars, and Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way. I do really love my stock Cavi look, but man, I don't know. My buddy Noah Patterson has a body on his, and I really love it. It's just a sleek looking design.
Anything, any crazy nights this past season that kind of stands out to you?
Boy, I'm gonna have to say probably championship night. That was just I had a really good night. I turned my fastest lap, and it was just really awesome to be there. My whole family was there, and it was just a really great night.
Any plans to run the Hangover Race here in a couple weeks?
10 days?
Honestly, probably not, because I'm not a cold weather person.
Oh my goodness, you're a champion though.
I know.
And you got a windshield, so you don't have the air coming right in.
Plus, I can't do it to my baby. That car is like my third child.
Well, that I can understand.
I was going to say, if you get cold, my enclosed trailer and heat will be there, and
and you usually have food. Yeah,
probably
it's like
a
a buffet.
significant amount of food, but I can't accommodate your race car.
Yeah, I just can't do it. That's my baby. It's almost like a Corvette to most people.
That's fair. So, any sponsors or crew members you want to thank for helping you out this year?
Yeah, I definitely I got to thank my parents, Joel McCoy and Trisha McCoy. They've just been a major help this season. Noah Patterson with Patterson Racing. We've helped each other out so much through this season, and I couldn't ask for anything else from him. And then my wife and my kids for dealing with me every weekend, and Schreckler Tuning, Story Motors. What else do I got? D&D Safety Hub, Mick Wilson Performance. There's been a lot of hands. People's Racing. Everybody's put a little hand in this year, and I can't thank everybody enough.
So you already mentioned a little bit about your plans for next year. Not going to be defending the championship at Sandusky next year, right?
No. This season it took a lot out of the family and everything. So I feel like we kind of got to just take one step back and just kind of come back into reality, and we'll hit it hard when we come back.
When are you coming back?
Like I said, it will probably hit or miss. We'll pop in and out this season for sure. Because if you're a true racer, you can't just set it down.
They'll know when Bryant McCoy's in the house.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll make it known.
All right, Bryant. Well, congratulations on the championship there in the Renegades. Now the Ohio Pro Compacts, and good luck and everything next season for you.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you having me on here.
Congratulations.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yep, we'll see you.
Bye.
There you go. Bryant McCoy, your Renegade champion at Sandusky Speedway. How about we move right along into our next champion here? I just have phone numbers, so I'm hoping this is Rich Dewitt. It's either Rich or Nick. Pretty sure it's going to be Rich, who is the pure stock champion at Sandusky Speedway. He had 5 wins.
Ooh.
Yeah, he also had a pretty dominant year there. Hey, is this Rich?
Yes, it is.
Rich,
all right.
This is Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, the Hammer Down Race Report. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. How you guys?
Doing all right. I guess to start off, wanted to congratulate you on the championship there in the pure stocks at Sandusky Speedway.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I've been chasing it for a couple years now, and finally got one. So
how's it? Is it like a big relief to finally get that championship?
As hard as the team's been trying and stuff, yeah, I'd say it's a good relief. Not only for me, but for the team that is in reality makes it all happen.
Now you won the championship by 524 points. And I think I don't remember the total points, but it was a good separation there between you and second place. What on earth made you so dominant this year at Sandusky Speedway?
I wouldn't really say dominant. Just consistency is our biggest thing. We busted in the shop all week to make sure we're bringing the best we can every weekend, and irregardless of how the weekend prior goes, we hit the shop harder and regroup. And we've had some issues this year that put us down for a little bit, but we still finished out and came with the best we had. And car counts are always up and down. So, I mean, there's a few weeks where things were a little slow, you know what I mean? But that's nothing outside anybody's control, really.
Right.
So you mentioned, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, in all reality, it's just the consistency, and you just got to do your work and bring the best you got every week and hope for the best.
We asked Bryant what he thought about the alliance with Lorraine. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's a good thing if it all works out well. Back in the day as a kid, going to the tracks and stuff, and they all worked together, things seemed to go a lot smoother, and there was a lot better car counts everywhere, and that's just as a kid growing up, and things have changed since then, but in a lot of different realms. But I think if it all works out great, it'll be good for both tracks, and hopefully get the sport going like it used to be.
You'll be running both tracks?
Yeah, more than likely. We'll probably get in on the combined points deal, and we got a new ride this year, so we're going to focus more on it than the stock car side of it. So,
You say a new ride?
Yeah, we're going to give the 350 Supers a try.
Oh.
Okay, that's a little different.
Yeah, it's a big difference for us being, as I've always been around stock cars my whole life.
Yeah, we had a stock car guy show up over there and kind of set the world on fire.
Who? What?
With R.J. Cornett when he ran over there. Or not, I'm sorry, that was at Flat Rock.
That was at Flat Wrong track.
Yeah, but he went from a stock car to a...
That's right, he did run a Super, didn't he?
To a Super, and set, I think, second quick time, and...
well, he ran dirt, and yeah, anyways. Anywho.
Quite a jump from a stock car. It can be done.
Yeah, we got a learning curve, that's for sure, and we're not expecting to go out and set the world on fire. We know we're going to a big learning curve, and we might not be up there at first, but a season or so, or give or take, we'll hopefully get her figured out.
So where all do they run those?
This year's schedule is mostly predominant to Lorraine and Sandusky, and then there is 2 out of towns. I believe we're going to Shady Bowl and Midvale.
Okay.
Those aren't too bad.
Yeah, which will be 2 new tracks to us too as well. We've only ran Lorraine and Sandusky.
And you're going to hit most of those shows?
Yeah, we're planning on running the full Super shows. And then if there's times where both classes run, I might take both with us and hit the double header, or
there you go.
Just focus on the Super for the seat time in that.
We're gonna ask you what you were gonna do with your stock car there. So you're gonna hang on to that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hang on to it. Trying to get my dad to run it, but he just had surgery and stuff, so we'll see how that pans out and see how that heals up. So he keeps saying no, but I think if I keep on a little bit, I might get him in at once.
So is there anything you need to do to the pure stock to get it in alignment with the Grand Nationals, I guess they're calling the division next year, as far as the rules?
Not really. Everything that they changed up will actually be upgrades for my car, because when we originally built it, we built it to the rules, like, fully. So, but now we're allowed the 9-inch and the front low bolts and stuff. There's a couple things that don't meet up, but I'm doing my research, and I think we're gonna make the openings work. So there's just some like chassis stuff that one thing we're allowed to do one thing, but something else might interfere with it. So just doing my footwork, and if I don't feel comfortable pulling the trigger, we're not going to make those upgrades. Was
there one night that kind of stands out from you this past season?
I definitely have to say, not only for my crew, because we've been trying so hard, but myself, would be our high miler win. Thursday night in front of a big crowd. We had a good car count, good crowd. That'd probably be the highlight on top of winning a championship. But
I was going to say, which is more sweet for you, winning five times or winning a championship?
I would say probably the winning the five feature wins, because it just shows that we can come and have the best that we can bring and do it multiple times, versus, consistency gets you to the championship, but to have the consistency to get the wins and stuff in, that'd be my breakdown of it.
That seems to be a pretty popular choice of most racers. They'd rather get the wins than the championship. But if you get the wins, then the championships will come to you. It's kind of the attitude. Yeah. So any plans at bringing out the stock to the Hangover Race?
I don't know. That's a big one. I don't know.
Boy, you champions, you're scared of the cold or something. What's going on?
Hey, whoever said big people don't get cold, they lied.
Well, can't you put a heater in there or something?
No, but I don't know. I've contemplated the last couple of seasons since we built the car, but it's always never ready for that time, because as soon as season stops, we're wrenches flying, just maintenance, upgrades, stuff like that. So the car's really never truly ready at that point, but we don't stop from the time season stops. I think we usually get her race ready probably 2.5 weeks prior to race starting. So, and then we use that couple of weeks to go over everything, make sure we didn't miss nothing, make sure the setup's good, things like that.
Well, I'll look at it.
Just depends on where the car's at that point.
Sure.
I was going to say, I'll look at it as one less driver I've got to beat then.
Yeah.
If you're not there.
Yeah.
Any sponsors or crew guys you want to give a shout out to helping you out this year?
Crew first, Tim March. He does a lot above and beyond for the crew. Lonnie West, he's a big crew member. My wife, Ashley, she puts up with a lot of this racing stuff. My dad at Walson Dewitt Engines, which is another sponsor. My grandparents, they all own that stuff. Jay Hasenflew, Christy Hasenflew, big list. Rich and Melissa Klingen, they have a big hand in our operation. Kyle Watson, Denny Watson, all the guys that I've been around my whole life racing. Sponsors, we got Uncle Leroy Incorporated, Sandstone Trucking and Excavating. Parker Ennis over at Perfection Fabs does awesome all season for us, helping us out any way he can. Let's see, Pondgrass Trucking, Zupaman in Sandusky, Triple JLM Construction, Timmy's Lawn Care, which is my crew guy Timmy. It's his little lawn care business. T&B Excavating Concrete, Justice Auto Body, Corky's Place, another race car driver, Rick Gretsch. Smith's Drain Service. I got Phillips Automotive. I got a big list.
I guess.
Yeah, I think we're up to, we got 16 on the car.
Wow.
16 or 17 sponsors.
That's a good
but,
deal.
Yeah, I mean, I can't thank any of them enough, because without the crew, the sponsors, none of this stuff it's a lot harder. It's easier with some sponsors that help out, but it's still a lot on the bottom, the owner and, people like that.
Yeah. All the help you can get definitely helps out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, Rich,
but yeah, it's all just the crew, the sponsors, the fans, the facilities. Everybody makes it possible. All I do is sit in a seat and turn a wheel.
Well, and you got to push a pedal too.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Well, Rich, congratulations on the Pure Stock Championship there at Sandusky Speedway, and good luck next year in the Super.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That would be fun to run those things.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah. Have you been in one before then? Or is this...
Never.
Okay. Is this going to be?
As soon as we get this thing done and weather breaks and stuff, we're going to try to start hitting at least the 2 local tracks and get some seat time.
That's going to be a family car?
Yeah.
It's an in-house.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty
Yes,
cool
sir.
deal.
Well, if you ever need a driver, my background's on dirt, but I'll try it.
I'll see how I do. If I can't fill the shoes, then we may be in touch.
All right, Rich.
But it's a pretty good car we start with. It's the 36, the Ennis car. Fishers drove it. That's the car we got.
Nice. Well,
So,
congratulations again on the championship season. Pleasure talking to you. We got to move on to our next Sandusky Speedway champion here.
you're all good. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yep. Thanks.
Rich.
Thanks for the time, man.
Not a problem. Have a good night.
Good night. There you go. Your pure stock champion, soon to be called the Grand Nationals, Rich Dewitt Jr. And how about we move right on to our fourth and final guest tonight? I think I see him there waiting in the wings. We'll bring on Nick Mihalick. Nick, how's it going?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Pretty good. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Congratulations on your championship there in the All-American Iron.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I guess out of our three champions we've had on tonight, the first two, they kind of had a pretty big cushion as far as the points there at the end of the season. But you had a pretty tight battle there. The top three all separated by less than 38 points at the end. How stressful is it to be in a tight point battle there at Sandusky Speedway?
Honestly, I really didn't even think about it, thinking back to it, because I really didn't think I'd be in that position, if I'm being straight up honest.
So you didn't start the year out thinking, I'm the track champion this year. This is my year.
No, definitely not. This is only, this season was my first full year season of racing at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when did you first get into a race car?
It would have been like May 2023, I think, is when I first brought the 95. And I never drove the car, pulled it right out of the trailer, hopped on the track.
And were you hooked from that point on?
Yeah, pretty much.
So did you have any setbacks or anything you had to overcome this season? Any mechanical, many wrecks or anything?
There was a few, especially championship night. I wrecked out both the heat and feature on like the first couple laps. So that was definitely pretty stressful that night. But thinking about earlier the year, not really. Nothing really comes to mind. Yeah.
Now, do you work on the car yourself, or do you have a crew that does all that for you?
Me and Brandon Bailey, pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, so what do you think of the rebranding of the All-American Iron to the factory stock class and the alliance there with Lorraine? We've been asking all our champions that, and so far, everything's been positive. You feel the same?
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely some stuff that I don't 100% agree with. But that's all the other stuff that happened throughout the year of 2024 led to this ultimately happening. And I think it's pretty much going to benefit everybody. I'm not saying it won't. So it's definitely
You'll be running both tracks?
No, actually, no.
No.
Just Sandusky?
No, actually.
What do you got planned for next year?
I'm pretty much going to be trying to do road course racing.
Really? Now that's a change.
Yes.
Where at?
Well, Mid-Ohio is probably the closest to us. I want to look to join, it's called Drive NASA. They run about
Sounds out of this world.
We'll say what?
Said it sounds out of this world.
Yeah. So, they run, I think, Mid-Ohio twice, track in Kentucky, one in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a couple times. But that's what I ultimately want to try to get to. The circle track racing is nice, but you want
to turn right.
Yeah. And shifting. I like the shift too.
Nice. So, ultimately that's your ultimate goal is to go road course racing. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. This is new. That is a new direction. I like that. So, I guess. So, what's happening with your car? Do you own your car that you've been running this year?
Yeah, I own 3 of them actually. The 95, the 86, and the 45. I think 43. Yeah.
So what's happening to those cars? Are you hanging on to those, or?
I'll hang on the 95 for sentimental value, but the other two are getting sold.
Okay.
Yep.
So you could still jump back into that car then?
No,
No?
no. The wrecks that happened or championship night, there would be a lot. There would be a lot I would have to do to the car, plus all the rule changes. So yes,
So you're just hanging on to it for nostalgia then?
pretty much. Yeah, first ever car.
It is a Lightning McQueen car, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was the goal.
We've got one of those in our family.
Yeah, I know
Scott.
you do.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty popular. So you're probably not coming to the Hangover race then. It doesn't sound like the car's. But what about the other? You still got the other two, or are those gone already?
Yes. No, they're still there. Yeah.
So you could come to the Hangover race.
Theoretically, yes.
There is a new class this year, the Rum Runners.
Yeah.
I'm not selling them. I feel like I'm not selling them.
No. I mean, I ran the Hangover race, 2024. It was definitely a fun experience. I'm not going to say it won't be. It was definitely fun. I also run a plow business, so if it does snow, I definitely won't be there 100%. But last year, or I guess, January of this year, it did not snow and we did go, and it was fun. But my heart's just going in a different direction.
I gotcha. So did you get to run any other tracks this year? Or
I got
just
to run Lorraine twice.
Okay.
Yes.
What will you be racing with the
On the road course?
on the road course?
I
assume it'll be SCCA.
well, Drive NASA and SCCA are
Okay.
two different organizations.
Okay.
I could run both. Their rules are pretty universal.
Okay.
On certain things. Like, funny enough, Drive NASA has a All-American class.
Okay.
Funny enough, they call it All-American, and All-American Extreme. But the car I'll probably be running is maybe like a fifth, if I'm lucky, a 6th gen Camaro.
Okay.
How stock are those cars?
I mean, it's really up to you. The only real rules that they have is it has to be American, anything from the 60s and onward with a V8. That's pretty much the rules. And then all cars are limited to a power to weight ratio.
Okay.
But the whatever aero, weight, all that is dictated by you. Obviously the power of the weight, you would have to, tune it to get the different stuff. But yeah.
So the first time you're going to be on a road course is going to be next year?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I got to go. I'm going to be going to a racing school. And then hopefully by midsummer, late summer, I have my competition license. So
Nice. What racing school, can I ask?
Looking at a couple different ones.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
NASA has their own program, which is, you pay the entrance fee to each racetrack, and then it's based on how fast you can learn. But I'll probably be looking at, Skip Barber's pretty popular one that I've
Sure.
found.
Now, is this something that you're looking to do as for a career? Or is this just more of a hobby kind of thing going forward for you?
I don't know. Currently, I'm in college for mechanical engineering, so I definitely want to apply my degree to racing. That would definitely be an end goal. So,
He's smart.
That's cool.
yeah, the All-American Iron class. The reason why I loved this so much was for the research and development purposes. To figure out all the little stuff. That was probably my most enjoyment this year.
Now, do you think that that knowledge that you had kind of helped you get the championship?
Probably, yeah, 100%.
My guess, yep.
Now, if you had to put percentages on it, how much of it would have been the knowledge and how much of it would have been your driving skill?
Probably 70% knowledge, 30% driving skill. I really didn't have. I didn't have much experience. I had very limited experience.
As a person that builds a lot of race car chassis, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
That's it.
Yeah.
Any sponsors or crew guys you want to thank for helping you out this year?
The biggest crew guy, Brandon Bailey. He poured his heart and soul into all three cars, especially after when his blew up and we had to run around figuring out motors. And that was definitely a big deal. But yeah, he's poured his heart and soul. Obviously my dad for supporting this. And then my mom for also coming to almost every single race. That was definitely great. My sisters. And then for sponsors, Griffith Paving. It was a new one that hopped on. Mobile Outreach Solutions for the wrap, because all the cars were wrapped. They were supplied the wrap for that. U-Haul Burn Unit and Deluxe Photos, and then obviously the biggest one, Anything on Wheels Customs.
All right. Well, congratulations on the championship, and good luck on the road course. Don't try practicing on the streets. I think the police might frown.
Maybe
on
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as long as nobody's around, maybe.
Yeah.
I won't tell.
Snowy parking lots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hangover race. Come to the hangover race.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we tried. Nick, pleasure talking to you, man.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later. And
Congratulations
congratulations. And again, good luck on the road courses.
Thank you.
Yep, we'll see you. Oh, I made you bigger. I can't get rid of him. I can't get rid of Nick. There he goes. He disconnected. Hashtag DOM is what we're doing for our giveaves today.
I think if somebody put in DCR, I think producer Dave will probably be able to take care of that.
Yeah. Or 15Y, but
Right.
DOM is we're going to spin the wheel for a pair of Dominator Race Product stickers, courtesy at Ron Miller Race Cars.
Yep.
And then the second winner is going to get a pair of tickets. Those are grandstand tickets, right?
Yes.
I believe they are, to the Hangover Race at Sandusky Speedway.
And a couple of hot chocolates. All courtesy of John Young Racing. He's a big supporter of the Hangover Race, too, so very cool. Before we do that giveaway, we have a little bit of racing news to cover, and also our DCR Graphics Racing Menu. Yeah.
A new sponsor for that. That'll be coming up here shortly, and then we'll do those giveaways. Also, how many will be coming up. So stick around for that. Right now, though, should we do some news? Yes?
Yeah.
Good?
Why not?
Okay. We'll do a little bit of racing news here, and then we'll come back.
Latest racing news.
Yeah, so starting off with some sad news. Actually, we got two sad news things. Yeah, a couple of passing away news. I hate these things, but Ronnie Moran of Dresden, Ohio, passed away Thursday night last week. Ronnie owned Muskegon County Speedway, and of course is the father of Donnie Moran and grandfather of Devin Moran.
Yeah.
I forget how old he was. I think he was pretty old, though.
I think
so.
I read it and don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Producer Dave will let us know.
Yes, he will. Let me turn that back on so we can see. Last Friday, NASCAR announced changes to practice and qualifying formats across all three of their top divisions. They're starting in 2025. Practice time will increase, and most qualifying sessions will consist of just one round. Practice and qualifying in the NASCAR Cup Series will be shown on... This is where it gets confusing. You might want to take some notes. Practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series will be shown on Prime Video in the first half of 2025. TNT Sports on Max and True TV will share coverage in the second half. Fox Sports has practice and qualifying rights for the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, the Daytona 500, and the NASCAR All-Star Race. There will be a quiz later. That's just the Cup part. Xfinity practice and qualifying will be viewed on the CW. Fox Sports will broadcast all Truck Series sessions, so a little easier to follow there for Xfinity and Truck Series. Just one. But on Cup, you're going to be bouncing around.
All over the place.
I guess the difference is here's the new procedures. Group practice goes from 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Qualifying will be single lap runs at most tracks. Short tracks will be the best of 2 laps. Road courses will still have group qualifying. Single round qualifying at every track except for the super speedways, which will still implement a final round of time trials for the fastest 10 cars. Starting position will be based solely on qualifying results rather than row-by-row designations according to the qualifying group.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah, so there you go. We'll have a quiz at the end of the show for that, and you'll win nothing. Xfinity Series champion Ty Majeski lost his appeal for being penalized for missing Media Day ahead of the championship weekend there at Phoenix. Remember that?
Yes.
Because he went to vote in Wisconsin. in the presidential election there, and he missed his contractual media obligations because of that. And I was kind of split on this thing. He could have done the early voting, or he could have made other arrangements to vote.
He could have made other arrangements. Yeah. He knew where he was supposed to be.
I don't know if he was making a statement by doing that or not, but either way, he gets to pay $12,500 for that, and he still has the option for a final appeal to the National Motorsports Final Appeals Officer, should he decide not to pay that.
$12,000, no big deal.
Yeah, how much did he get for his Xfinity championship?
Yeah, I don't know.
Kevin the Joker Armstrong passed. I'm sorry, three passing away stories this week. Yeah. Kevin the Joker Armstrong passed away this week. He drove the 5A Thunderstock to the 1998 Thunderstock Championship at Limaland Motorsports Park. 500 Sprint Car Tour officials have announced the 2025 racing season schedule. The 10-race schedule will include 9 points-earning events and one special event, the 77th Annual Little 500. Special events do not count towards the season-long points championship. The tour will make stops at Toledo Speedway, Winchester Speedway, Anderson Speedway, Berlin Speedway, Kalamazoo Speedway, Owasso Speedway, and Indianapolis Raceway Park. Because we had to throw in one that wasn't a speedway.
Oh, yeah.
One's a park. Yesterday, a judge ruled that they will allow both 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports to sign the existing charter agreements. That will allow them to race as charter teams as their lawsuit continues. This ruling allows both 2311 and Front Row to continue business as usual while they continue to fight an antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR.
It
keeps going back and forth.
That was a judge, as in
the second judge.
A municipal judge.
I don't remember if it was a municipal judge. I know it was. They appealed because initially they said, "No, you're screwed," and it sounded like they weren't going to be racing. But as of yesterday, a different judge heard
somebody
the appeal.
read the contracts. And,
I don't know. That could still bounce around. Who knows what's going to happen with that? Here's number 3, Fred Lorenzen, a NASCAR Hall of Famer and the 1965 Daytona 500 champion, passed away on Wednesday. He was 89. In 1998, he was named one of NASCAR's 50 greatest drivers. One of NASCAR's first superstars, Mr. Lorenzen, known as the Golden Boy for his rugged movie star looks. He was the first driver in NASCAR to earn more than $100,000 in a single season, which he did in 1963.
That was big money in 63.
Do you remember him? He's a little before my time.
No, I absolutely.
Okay. Was he good looking?
Beats me.
I figured I wanted to see what you were going to say. All right.
Not my type, Scott.
Now, you mentioned something about motorsport game. The High Limit Series is what's going on with that?
The High Limit Series is going to allow or endorse wagering on their events.
Are drivers allowed to get in on this?
I would think it's the same as any sport. Scott, I'm kind of concerned. You're racing at a race that pays $20,000 to win. You could run second and make $30,000 in cash.
Who, the driver?
From backdoor money.
Yeah, but
I
would think there's got to be.
It opens it.
Can drivers bet? That's no. So then, how could they win the backdoor money?
How about?
I know nothing about this.
How about if Scott, you run second and here's $20,000.
So Joe Schmo is going to put in that bet.
In any of the stick and ball sports, there's an entire team involved. Yeah. One individual would have a tough time playing a huge factor. In racing, I don't know. I just, High Limit's doing it. How long is it until every racetrack?
All the other sports are doing it now. Yeah. It's becoming legal.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Go to your local racetrack on Saturday night in one of the states that allows.
Well, what about horse racing, dog racing tracks? That betting's been allowed for years, but I guess you can't really tell the horse that you make a deal with the horse.
Right. Well, yeah.
Or the dog. You might. Here, I'll give you a treat if you finish third.
Yeah, I
got a milk bone for you.
I'm just really concerned. I don't believe that motorsports is the right.
How do you control that, I guess? Police it. How would you police it? That might be the problem. Interesting.
Online betting.
When does that start?
25 season.
So not at the Perth event coming up here in a couple?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the do they have gambling laws in Australia?
I don't know.
I'm sure Australian listeners probably would know the answer to that. So.
I've been there a few times, but I don't know.
All right, well, this will be an ongoing story that
it certainly will.
We will be following and keeping an eye on. No Hammer Down hotline this week, but if you do want to call, 419.
Whoa, we're on that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you want people to call the hotline?
Yeah, please
about
do,
gambling?
and let us know about gambling.
What your opinion is, gambling and motorsports.
The other side of it, Scott, is that it could open up motorsports to a whole new bunch of people.
It could, yeah.
That have, racing. Well, I might as well watch and see if I win. So
they could come up with all kinds of those weird bets, like who's leading at halfway, and
I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but there's pluses and minuses. It will certainly open motorsports to a whole lot of people that have never thought of watching,
and possibly some scrutiny.
Yeah, buddy.
419-318-3081. Call the Hammer Down hotline, text it. Let us know your opinion. We're going to be off for a couple weeks. Actually, we'll be back right after New Year's.
Right.
The Thursday, January 2nd, we'll be back.
Right.
So got a couple weeks there to call. Leave if you want to think about it, and then give us a call, 419-318-3081. That is the number to call anytime, day or night, the Hammer Down hotline. And we'll play it back or read your text, whatever it is. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think, because you guys are part of the show, too. Everybody that listens. How about we do our How Many, and we give away some stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? You want a milk bone too?
How many?
All right, so last week's How Many? How many business cards was I going to come back with from the PRI show in Indianapolis? And I have here the stack of cards, and I did not grab one from every table. It was like every 10th table, I think I grabbed one.
Something that looked interesting.
Anyway, pick that one up.
Did you make any connections?
Not really.
Did you say, hey, I'm Scott Hammer from Hammer Down Racing?
Well, it was on my lanyard, this one right here. Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay.
I represented the Hammer Down Racing Report. You see that?
Good boy.
Yeah. So anyways, how many business cards was I going to come back with from PRI? Here's
I'm thinking there's 48 there.
You might be a little bit high, but this is that's how thick.
Shut up and deal.
All right, here's one for you. Go fish. 38 was the final count. I had counted them when we stopped at the restaurant.
Yep.
Scott, I went out there with the Warners, and they wanted to know how many I was gonna have, but I had the window open until Wednesday,
right,
for people putting guesses. So I had kind of pulled my bag out at the restaurant and got all the cards out, but there were some that were stuck in the catalogs that I had gotten. So it went from 32 to 38 is the final number. I counted it 3 times now. And our winner of our very last Mazza's Pizza in Point Place there, Mazza's Pizza, he gets one large, one-item pizza.
It may not be our last forever.
Last for a while, at least, yeah.
Till
we get a new pizza sponsor or until race season comes back, yeah. Dave Gumby Jr. guessed 37.
Really?
He was the closest. So Dave Gumby Jr., he gets the very last Mazza's Pizza for now. So congratulations, Dave Gumby Jr. You have 30 days to claim that large one-item pizza from Mazza's Pizza, Mazza's Stone-Fired Pizza.
Right.
Also sponsored of Ghost. So thanks to Mazza's for helping us out here. They kind of came on board when Big D's kind of was sold. So hopefully we'll get another pizza place.
I think I know Dave Gumby Jr., and he darn well better share that pizza.
You think so?
That's it.
Well, he doesn't live too far from here, too. Maybe I'll have to get some of that. But Pete over there at Mazza's Pizza, very cool guy. So this week, and we're going to do a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker as the prize for our next How Many.
Right.
And that is going to be how many total race cars will be at Sandusky Speedway for the Hangover Race on January 1st.
Right.
Total car count.
So if you have entered hashtag DCR hashtag DOM or hashtag 15Y. You're entered, right?
No,
No?
this is how many.
Oh.
This is how many. We're not doing the hashtag's different.
Oh.
The hashtag's for the sticker and the tickets.
Oh.
You're confusing people.
Not yet.
This was, again, how many total cars are going to be at Sandusky? Put your guess in as a number in the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and that's about it, yeah. And you can do that up until, we'll say, December 31st at midnight. As long as you get it in this year, you're in. You'll be in the running for that, and then
So no entries next year.
correct for putting the number in. Well, they can
Right.
put their number in, but they won't count. So you have plenty of time to get your
Okay.
guess in. Basically, you get one guess only. You can't change your guess once you put it in. Just put in a number. That is your guess for how many, as in how many cars will be at Sandusky Speedway for the Hangover Race on January 1st. Winner will get a DCR Graphics Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker.
Okay.
So there you go. That's your prize for next week. And since, we forgot to talk about, you guessed 27 for the cards I was going to bring back. I said 26. Corey McCoy, who was there in the studio last week, he said 36. So he was actually closest. But you were second closest. So you have to guess first.
Really?
Yeah. How many cars are we going to have, Ron? Come on. You've been there and won more than anybody I know.
47.
You're feeling optimistic, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Well, now remember, there's 4 classes this
Yeah,
year,
that's
Scott.
true. Yeah, that's...
Now, Rick Lushes said that he thought just...
And we're not counting, or should we?
what?
And people have already guessed.
Double entries?
Yeah, should we count double entries? Or
Sure.
Okay.
I'm hanging with 47, Scott.
All right, we'll count double entries. So if I said how many cars though? I don't know if we should change the rules midway.
I'm fine with 47.
This is what I typed right here. How
I'm
many total race cars at the Hangover Race?
Okay.
So just how many cars?
Okay.
So
And I'm still fine with 47.
47. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with 46 because I'm feeling more comfortable with 46.
But there's 4 classes.
There is. It's also going to be perfect weather.
It is.
That's what I hope.
Mid-40s.
Yeah. So now that you're thoroughly confused, again, just put your guess in how many total cars you think is going to be at the Hangover Race in the comments. The Facebook Live, YouTube Live. If you're listening to us on Spotify or the podcast, just head on over to our Facebook page when you're done and put a number in there. And again, as long as it's before January 1st at midnight, you're good. So plenty of time to get entered into this because, again, we're off next week for Christmas. So there you go.
If the ball drops, you're too late.
Yes, that's it. Let's check out our DCR Graphics racing menu of upcoming events here over the next couple weeks, since we're going to be not here for a couple weeks.
This weekend's racing menu.
Next couple weekends.
Yeah, I should have said next couple weekends. Yes. Thursday. Next week. Actually, we don't have anything on the schedule for this weekend.
No.
At all. But Thursday, December 26th, there's a couple things, 3 things going on down in Australia. A lot of racing in Australia. High-Tech Speedway Toowoomba. It's the QLD Summer Speed Week featuring pro sprint cars, Formula 500s, and Junior 500s. Also Thursday, Murray Bridge Speedway. It's going to be Speed Week Round 3 featuring sprint cars and mod lights. Perth Motorplex, they're going to be busy over the next couple of weeks. Perth Motorplex on Thursday, the 26th of December, will have the Burson's Auto Parts Boxing Night featuring USA versus Western Australia Speed Week. Is there going to be fighting?
Ooh. Scott, Boxing Day in
Hopefully it'll be more exciting than the Tyson
Boxing
fight.
Day in Australia is a huge deal. We've talked about it in the past. It's the day after Christmas, and
I thought that was in Canada.
And it's a big deal.
Okay. Friday, December 27th through Saturday, the 28th, a little closer to home here, the Allen County War Memorial Convention Center will be hosting the Rumble in Fort Wayne. Indoor racing there featuring 16 classes of flat carts, winged and non-winged micros, and midgets. Gates open at 11 a.m., and general admission is $23 each day at Fort Wayne there. Saturday, December 28th, Esperance Speedway. It's the 50th anniversary celebration featuring super modifieds and junior sedans. Also, Saturday, the 28th, High-Tech Speedway Toowoomba, the QLD Summer Speed Week featuring speed cars, pro sprint cars, and wingless sprints. Saturday, December 28th through Monday, December 30th.
Okay.
That's those 3 days for the High Limit Racing deal down there. International High Limit Racing Series featuring USA versus Western Australia Sprint Speed
That's going to be
Week.
a big deal.
That will be pretty cool. Is that going to be on Flow, I wonder?
Yes.
That is? Okay. Like at the weird time, like at 7 o'clock in the morning or something?
Probably.
Okay. Dave, what time is that going to be on? I'm kind of curious.
It's about 12 hours. I forget how it works out with daylight savings. I think it's at 12 hours.
So that'd be
right
like
now.
Friday morning for us?
Yeah.
For a Saturday night. Well, it goes through Monday, so it's, yeah. You guys can figure out the math on that, figure that out. Monday, December 30th through Tuesday, December 31st at High-Tech Toowoomba Speedway. High-Tech Speedway Toowoomba, whatever. The Ian Bocher Classic featuring modified sedans, late models, and compacts. Also, the Tulsa Shootout begins starting on December 31st. That goes through January 1st.
Dave, I think you're looking at East Coast. Take a look at Western Australia.
Well, that might be what time the broadcast starts. Maybe they start with hot laps or something.
I don't know.
4 o'clock their time. I don't. Check your local listings.
Yeah.
Wednesday, January 1st, Sandusky Speedway, the Hangover Race featuring champagne stocks. That's pretty much run what you brung.
It is.
The Moonshine stocks, which is the rules are on the Sandusky Speedway website. And I forgot to talk to Rich about this, but the 4 barrels, I have been told, like in years past, if you have a 4 barrel and you're going to run the Moonshine stocks, the rules say 2 barrel, but if you unhook the rear two,
the link on the 2
Yeah.
barrels.
yeah, it's pretty easy
You're
to do.
good.
If I can figure out how to do it, I had to be shown, but
Yeah.
once you take it out, yeah. So you unhook that, and then you become a 2 barrel. That's okay. You can also, in the Moonshine stocks, run that 2x4 foot
Or 4x2.
or 4x2 board, depending on which way you put it.
Spillboard, yeah.
Is that what we're calling it? Does that actually do anything?
Yeah.
Does it really, or are you just saying that? Carson Macedo getting in a fight with a kangaroo?
I don't know.
What is it? What? I want video. It's probably AI, but I definitely want video of that. Anyways, Sandusky Speedway, champagne stocks, moonshade stocks, whiskey stocks, that's the front wheel drives, and then the rum runners. That
runners,
new
yeah.
class, which is the factory stocks, basically.
Right.
So, and the factory stocks then could run with the moonshine stocks, and they probably could run the champagne stocks, too, if
Right.
they wanted to.
Buy 3 pit passes.
There you go. Run 3 classes, get paid 3 times.
Ooh.
Gates open at 9 a.m. as Rich had mentioned. Main gates, the pit gates open at 9 a.m. Main gates at 11 a.m. Racing starting at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. And general admission $12 at Sandusky Speedway on New Year's Day. Also happening New Year's Day down under, Bunbury Speedway. Technically, I guess their New Year's happens 12 hours before ours,
It
right?
does.
So these will be happening before the Hangover Race. At Bunbury Speedway, it's the New Year sprint cars featuring sprint cars, limited sprint cars, and late models.
Woohoo!
Premier Speedway, it'll be Sprint Car Speed Week featuring sprint cars and street stocks. And finally, January 2nd, when we're back, our next show, Thursday night, Perth Motorplex featuring the Merger Contracting Sprint Car Muster featuring USA versus Western Australia Speed Week.
Ooh.
So there you go. So a lot going on in Perth.
When's the Wild West shootout in Vado?
I think that's like mid-January.
Could be.
It's usually It's usually like
3rd, 4th, 5th.
right after the Chili Bowl, I thought.
Yeah.
Or maybe right around the same time. But yeah, that'll be after we come back. Racing America broadcasting entire High Mile International. Yep. Talk to Rich about that. Do I have any breaking news on Dave Kemmer? Well, he's still sitting there on his couch. I guess that's breaking news. Did we miss anything else here? Scott and Ron, I appreciate all you two do for racing with this show. Looking forward to see you both New Year's Day. Thank you, Kale Krebs. Yep, we'll definitely be there. And I think we're about ready to do some giveaways here. Again, if you haven't done so, we'll give you 1 minute here before Dave pulls things up here. If you haven't put in hashtag DOM, that's all you need to do.
Right.
Do so right now because you'll have 2 chances to win, actually. First winner will get the Dominator Race Product stickers, courtesy of Ron Miller Race Cars. And our second winner, which will be receiving 2 tickets.
Grandstand.
Two grandstand tickets to Sandusky Speedway's Hangover Race, January 1st. And 2 hot chocolates.
Depending on how cold it is, that could be a really big deal.
And that's courtesy of John Young Racing. And what I'm going to do is we'll give your information to John, and then John and you can figure out how to work out that deal. Read the post I put on before. I asked Dave if he had any information on this. The kangaroo fight? I think that's what he's talking about. Dave's busy doing DOM stuff. So.
Yeah.
I guess whenever you're ready, Dave. Yeah, it looks like he's ready. Here we go. This one is for the Dominator Race Product stickers. Oh, that's real tiny on my screen. That's probably real tiny on a phone screen, too. Sabrina Stamper, congratulations. She can pick those up from Ron Miller Race Cars.
Or at Sandusky Speedway at the Hangover Race.
Well, I'm still going to give them back to you, and if she doesn't pick them up by then you can just bring them there. And then we're going to spin the wheel again, and this one will be for the Hangover Race tickets, courtesy of John Young Racing, and a couple hot chocolates.
It's red.
James David.
All right.
I think that's related to his stamper there. So congratulations, James David. You have 2 tickets.
I wonder if he'll be racing his compact.
Maybe, yeah. Well, and then he can give the 2 tickets to crew or whoever. So
somebody that he really likes.
Yeah, we'll get John Young in touch with you, and you'll get some hot chocolates and the 2 tickets.
General admission tickets.
Yep. So congratulations, James David. There we go. And I think that is about it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. That's it for this year.
We're done for the entire year?
I think so.
Oh, man.
I feel like we skipped something.
I was just starting to like this deal.
Were you?
Yeah, the extra funds are big.
So, spoiler alert, our next show, again, January 2nd, I believe we're going to try and get at least one of the winners from the Hangover Race, one of the feature winners.
Hopefully they're already here.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we won't be racing in the whiskey stock, so.
No.
If both of us win, we'll have the whiskey stock champ on as well. We may have the whiskey stock champion, winner, whatever on anyways. Chris, that was close. All right. Thanks to producer Dave Kammer, contributors John Young, Dean Henry, Bob Stazak, Matt Swander. Like us on Facebook. Make sure to follow us on X at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube, Twitch. Why not? Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. You can find more information at Hammer Down Racing Report. You can listen to the show, you can listen to the show there. You can find all our social medias.
And if you're one of the folks that voted for us on Best of Toledo, thank you very much. And
that voting has ended. So we're not going to bug you about that. We'll find out the winner. Usually it's like the end of February, beginning of March. So we got to wait 2.5 months to find out.
Hanging there.
Yeah. I don't know. How confident are you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No feeling at all. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
We've got some great
I'll probably forget about it, though.
Whatever the case, we've got some great listeners.
Some listeners that have been voting every day, multiple email addresses, so we thank them for helping us out there. Make sure to rate and review us, share us with your friends. That helps us out, too. Support our sponsors. These guys have supported us all year long. Dominator Race Products, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dipman Motorsports, Magic Moment Entertainment, and, of course, Victory Fuel. Been on board for quite a while. Thanks to our guests this week, Rich, Bryant, Rich Dewitt, the other Rich, and also Nick Mihalick there next week. Again, we are off for the holidays, so no show the day after Christmas, Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, that's it.
But we'll be back in 2 weeks. And Merry Christmas, Happy Chanukah.
Yeah.
Happy Chanukah.
Yeah. Hanukkah.
Chanukah. Yeah. Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate.
Yeah.
Happy whatever.
Have a good one.
Yeah. You got any exciting plans for Christmas?
Just a whole bunch of people
Just
coming
answering
over.
the phone for people that want last-minute gift certificates?
Absolutely.
What's the number again?
734-856-7223. That's 856-RACE. Or if you want to call my cell, it's 419-279-0100.
Sure, write those numbers down if you haven't done all your Christmas shopping.
And you can find them on the Ron Miller Race Cars Facebook page. So.
There you go. Ron Miller Race Cars on Facebook.
Yeah.
Find it there. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Let's call it a year. We'll be back again next year.
Yeah.
I think.
It's been fun.
Has it?
It's been a good year, Scott.
We'll have to try and... we were a half hour shorter this week than we were last week, so that's good.
Yeah.
And we had 4 guests.
Yeah.
We buzzed through that. But, we got some exciting things planned for the off-season in January at least. And then, before you know it, it's going to be race season again.
We're not going anywhere, folks.
Yep.
You got to put up with us.
So we'll see you again in 2 weeks, Thursday, January 2nd at 7 o'clock. We'll see you if you're at the Sandusky and the Hangover Race. We'll both be out there running that on January 1st. That's a wrap on the 2024 season here of the Hammer Down Race Report.
Yeah.
And, I messed that up, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
That's a wrap on show number 359 of the
Hammer Down Racing Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.
Listening to hear the angels sing.